Right, I thought I would come on as I'm going through it. My subconscious is now trying to protect me. So my ego, my id and my super ego are all coming in now to try to protect me today. And that's a really good thing, but it's also a really bad thing to be in the flesh. So my subconscious is literally trying to block out what causes me emotional pain. And that means, so even with the toothache, yeah, obviously my body has been able to block out all of this until I was going to the dentist with the boys, and it brought it right to the front. So my subconscious now is trying to fragment me, and I have to now override this and come through it. Now, because I have a psychology degree, because I'm a coach, because I'm an interventionalist, one, I'm not a hairdresser, so I can't cut my own hair. So this is when someone like me would have a therapist, and it would be nothing wrong with having a therapist to go, right, I have overcome trauma today, and the trauma will either manifest in anger and come up like a fucking devil's tongue, which is not nice. And to meet my tongue when my tongue is on even the spirit, mate, is not good. I tend to control my tongue very, very, very well. I'm quite good at controlling my tongue, but when I choose to go full blown into spirit, people don't want to meet my tongue, and they certainly won't want to meet my tongues. But anyway, my subconscious is trying today. As you know, today is a date. It's just a date. It's just a date that existed 9 years ago. It has no significance to today, but it does. It has no relative to the present moment, but it does. It has no anchor to where I am in my life, but it does. And this they call mental health. Whenever you are living in a realm where you are not functioning in the present moment and living in the present moment, this is what they then call mental health. Somebody like me would have every right to go to my doctors today and go, look, it's the 13th of December, mate. It's fucking hard. I need people around me that just get it, that just on the 13th of December I light up the fucking world, and that's it. And I do it, and I send beacons all over the place. No, I'm not doing it. Most people are inspired by something. Some people are not even connected to me, but they might be connected to the roller skating crew, and they've seen all the lights. And somebody might be connected to the artist. Don't forget, I've got some amazing, wonderful artists that have taken time out of their commissioned state and have really gone further than they could be. And then don't forget, you've got XR, where you've got everybody down there. They're all artists, music, play porn, all of this stuff. And then don't forget, there's only a very small people of you that watch because I'm gagged, okay? So how does it affect me in my present moment? I'm gagged. How does it affect me in my present moment? I can't go out shopping for Liam, Daniel, Aaron, Faith, Elijah and Shiloh, and maybe the dad's wives, my mum, my dad, my family, my friends, and all of that. And that really annoys me. It annoys me every fucking year that I can't gift and bless people in the way. Sorry guys, got disconnected. So why I get disconnected, you fathom it out. So anyway, last night, as you know, Elijah asked me about ghosts, and he was quite scared last night because there was a couple of things going on and he could see from the balcony. So we went out to have a look. I told him it would be light shining up somewhere, and it's just in the sky, and it's not ghosts, right? So as you know, we had to go on to a journey last night to try to find where the source of these lights were coming from, so my son would settle down last night, who also waits for his dad to ring and doesn't want to settle down at night because in fact, he said, I've got a video on here that I sent over to Dean last night. And when I said, have you got a message for Daddy? He's going, like Alan did the other day, he's going, you phone me. I don't phone you. You phone me. Ring me in the morning. As soon as you get up in the morning, you ring me. And this is Elijah on a message to his dad. So, of course, Dean's then messaged me this morning, is Elijah up? I was like, yes, he's up. So he's spoken to him. But Elijah had a bit of a strop today because obviously he's got more questions. And it's like, Dad doesn't want to answer them because that means Dad's got to deal with his own self-preservation and his way of coping. Same as my son, Liam, who's down in the south in London and doesn't get to see his son as much as he would like. And people don't understand. It comes down to money. To even get a train ticket from the north to to the south, unless you're booking ahead, even a train. We have these availabilities, but people have to know about it and strategize. Plan for things. So I should have planned within my money and booked my ticket to London on the train or whatever, had it all stamped down, come back on 17th or whatever after. But the thing that pissed me off is I emailed Belinda Mackenzie. As you know, I'd been at Belinda Mackenzie's very recently. It was the first time I have been back to that place since I'd sat there with all of my court paperwork, believing I was getting help from Mackenzie friends and from people around, such as Ian Joseph, all of these people. And I sat there to find that I wasn't, and it was parents having to come out and go, do you know this word? Do you know this? And having to take these keywords and put them together to be able to write a piece of paper. Still, I am not illegal. I'm not a barrister. I'm not a judge. I'm not a magistrate. I don't know these positions within their things. I'm not Boris Johnson. I couldn't ever fathom. That man looks fucking tired, mate. I bet you he's looking forward to just going and chilling somewhere and hopes to God he doesn't have to be led. Give the man some fucking dues, mate. He took us out the EU. He took us out of these things. He's standing us in a ground where someone like me can walk around on the streets without the army coming to my head. We can walk around the streets and make our own decisions. We can come together in our own little bubbles as family and community and friends, and they can't take that away from us. There is laws that protect us here in this country that give us human rights, spiritual rights, political rights, legal rights. And it's up to us to use them. But then they go, oh, we're like America. We're becoming a Sioux society. It's not about that. It's about us as humans have to take personal responsibility. And that means when we come into conflict with somebody, be that person, for it to come to a level, I'll tell you what, for any of them dads out there that have hit a mum or anything, I'll guarantee you them dads have taken peck. There is a fucking massive difference between couple that go for a stillborn, a couple arguing about money, a couple, even a man trying to constantly protect his woman, going, but, you know, and he's trying to safeguard her. And women cheat on men too. Women lie to men about whether a child is theirs. Women lie to men about whether or not they're even actually pregnant. So all this shit goes on. And yes, there are lesbian women out there that will bring in men just to impregnate them, just so they can go off. You know, there is so much fucking sin and horribleness that goes on in this world, and corruption. And that's the problem. That we, then, the people, are being violated because of a minority population. Thieves. Yeah, so now we have to go into Asda and Tesco's and places like that because there are thieves, yes. But again, you're coming to the product of the people who live on the streets, the people who are taking crack and smack, the people who are trying to feed their children, put roofs over their heads, people who choose a line. Tell you what, it doesn't matter how much it gets. I won't even go to Asda and steal bananas if my son wants that. Do you know that? I don't care. I don't care. I will not go down to Wiggles and go and wiggle it to make sure that I can give my boys a decent fucking Christmas this year. I'm not going and laying down on my back and letting someone take some photographs of me just so I can make sure that they've got their snowboarding gear. And I'm certainly not going down the back and giving a quick blowjob just to make sure that I can put some tea on the table. And I'm also not going to be riding somebody's cock just to make sure that there's £1,000 in my pocket to make sure that we can make sure we're set up for the new year. That's not happening. Yeah? That's not happening. That is a standard and a line in me. However, am I willing to sell my soul in a book? Am I willing to tell my entire story? And is it selling my soul? When I used to sit down with my escort clients, yeah, and we used to talk about how much I could charge for my brain. When we used to sit there and go, well, you know, when it comes to your body, Kelly, it's what? So it's basically £1,000 overnight for a 16-hour. A 14-hour, no, 16 hours was, what was 16 hours? 16 hours was 800. I'm sure it was. Hang on a minute. I can't remember it now, but it started at £250 for the first hour. Then it went up, and it went up, and it went up. So at the end of the day, when it comes down to money, money isn't the problem. It's what you're willing to do to put money in your pocket. Now, all that stuff, do you know why I'm struggling to sell all that stuff down there? Because there's people that need it. There's probably somebody just getting a job this winter who's going to go out and get a construction, and they can't afford to buy some really solid, proper work boots. I have some down there. There's a mum out there that's given birth to a little boy that's probably got social on there. I got 5 pairs of shoes down there for a kid and a load of clothes. There's probably a mum out there somewhere who's petrified that she's about to give birth to a little girl or a little boy. I've got the whole kit down there. The thing with social services this year is that at the end of the day, even the toys, there's kids around here that need it. And a lot of that stuff in the garage, I found. Most of that stuff in the garage is stuff from people's evictions. I showed you, didn't I, when I was over in Edgbaston, what was happening when people were evicted. I was going through the bins. I was showing you people's paperwork, people's birth certificates, their children's school photographs, all their paperwork, any education, all their bills, all their personal belongings, all their clothes, their shoes, even their underwear, even, you know, their baby's favourite blanket, all just thrown into the bin like it just doesn't matter. As the bailiffs have just gone in and go, look, you've been evicted. I don't care whether you've had social come into your life. I don't care whether you can't do your cleaning job anymore. I don't care whether you can't go and be a carer anymore because we've just announced you as a child abuser and put you on child protection. I don't care whether it's just taken away your youth job. I don't care whether you now can't be a teacher. I don't care whether you were a barrister or solicitor, because once you go into the courts, there is no hierarchy other than the judge before you. And he isn't a common person or from the houses of the Lord. He's meant to be seated as the true Moses court. Hello, my little rapper. What's all this? Oh, what are we doing? Oh, what? Hang on. Let's get this move. Hang on, let me get this move. I can't show him because he's got a top on and no bottom, but this move is quite... Show us just your arm. What moves are you doing? No, that wasn't... Oh, swimming. Swimming. Elijah's getting ready for swimming because this is going to be part of our proper thing.
Mum, I need my other case.
Oh, what case are we on? My son carries cases around with him, DVD cases. Right, what one have you got there? Snow dogs. I don't know. What are you looking for?
I don't know. Ow!
What about, because it's Christmas, we'll change over. Don't forget to keep watching Space Buddies, because it will teach you a lot about what's going on right now. So, anyway, we're heading out for about 1:30, I think, today. The museum's closed, so we're not doing any of the boys' stuff. I'm going to be getting back up the other side, because as you know, where's my bag? I have, oh, seriously, if I bend down, my face kills me. Somewhere in my bag, my butterfly bag. Seriously, when it comes... Yeah, there they are. I need to change these anyway. I can't lose these because I can't get any more of these tickets printed. So basically, as soon as I decided to do home education and I got my sick pay, I invested in all the things knowing full well how things are going to be going. Now, what you've got to remember is I've split half of the food as well. So I've sent half of the food. We managed to literally use the Deliveroo bags, get all the ice that I'd collected from the Hello Fresh stuff, take half of the meat, half of the fridge stuff, and half of everything that I've been collecting from Food Bank, building up the thing, and take that up to Dean's as well. So don't forget, I've invested in getting Dean up to his house. And today, when the boys said, "Where are you?" and I said, "Daddy's at home," he went, "No, I'm at the house." So he obviously doesn't feel that that's where he wants to be settling down with the boys, but... Don't forget, the man sent me a message saying he was getting a house and he was taking me for full custody. I think I've made it very clear that if Dean ever take me for full custody, mate, he'd be buried in that sand out the back and I'd be walking away with my kids. So, and I don't think anybody would even give a shit. So, this is for Portsmouth Historical Dockyard. So it's the Ultimate Explorer tickets. So this is for a year. So basically I can take 3 kids actually. So I brought a family pack. So I think it cost me something like 100 and... Hang on. So I did the same for the SeaWorld place. And obviously, as you know, I've been trying to sort out my personal training qualification. So it means that I can get, oh, this is really starting to piss me off now. It's because I've just had my head down. I have actually said to the dentist, like, I feel like the Lord has completely injected while you're all fucking about, because I can't take the physical actual pain. I've got no pain in my tooth whatsoever. But if you'd seen me before, I couldn't even close down on my mouth and eat anything, yeah? So I asked them, it's going up into my eye. Now, please remember, I've lost and lost syndrome, so I'm also dealing with an underlying condition. So we deal with mast cell something, and it triggers. It's not allergies, it's just our own body trying to build stuff up. Psychology and science is fantastic. Don't forget I'm a Bachelor of Science, yeah?
Where's the spinning line?
Well, we will see it at night time. There's no point in it having on tonight. Just to remind you, last night, that obviously we had what Elijah thought was ghosts. So we went on an adventure. And when I finally got to the bottom of where it was, it's a farm ages away from me, Stoughton Farm or something. So we're going to try and head up there as well, because I'm assuming it's going to be there for a bit. But you've got to remember, all this light stuff is electricity. So stick to solar. Do you know what I mean? Stick to solar. Stick to solar. So anyway, Elijah is a little boy growing up with rockets, aeroplanes, ships, buses, construction vehicles, all the little things that little boys look at and go, wow, the army, all the things around that the world teaches it, Father Christmas, the Easter Bunny, Halloween. And anyway, as a mother, you can't take away what your child is looking and trying to understand. So obviously that's 1 year here in Portsmouth. I paid my council tax as well, so it's completely paid up to obviously the financial year. So as we go into New Year and everybody resets and goes, oh, this is my resolution, this is what I'm doing for the new year, I don't do it like that. I go seasonal calendar. So on the 23rd of December, it's officially winter. So that's then, for me, the winter. And that's when I start Christmas. Through to?
This.
Is it what? I can't think what date it is in March. Well, it'll be the 1st of April. So anyway, I'm not going to be in London for the Northern Lights, which is on, and it's the most beautiful, wonderful thing. All I've ever wanted to do at Christmas is take all my children to Lapland so they can sleep in an igloo. What, you've got all the puzzles out. This is what my boys are doing at the moment. Where's the box that's got all of the puzzles in it? You got one piece of the puzzle missing. What are we missing? Oh, it just happens to be the sheep.
Yeah.
Oh, we've got one piece of the puzzle missing.
Will you find the sheep for me?
Yeah.
Find the sheep.
Well, this is the problem. Where's the box with all the pieces of the puzzles in? Do you want me to bring it through? Mind out the way and I'll bring it through.
Did you solve the puzzle?
No, we've got loads and loads and loads of puzzle pieces in the bottom of the box. I'm bringing it. Right, take that so you can find all the puzzle pieces. Let me see what. Help each other. You need to be a team. No, it's a heavy box, so you've got to work together. Hang on. One at one end, one at the other. You've got to help each other. Look, work it out together. Shiloh, come here. Take it from me. That's it. Well done. Now go and put it down on the floor over there. Unfortunately, look, they've got lights in here, but they've gone really dim. Right, I'm just going to get any of the puzzle pieces that have fallen down here. So anyway, that's what they're doing today until 1:30, putting together puzzles. So if they were at school, that is probably what they would be doing, sitting down with some other kids, making some puzzles. I'm just getting the bits that they've dropped. I've blocked the wardrobe up, so this bit of the cupboard. Yeah, I'm coming. Has got all the bits that I don't want them to.
Mum, these come from our train set.
Oh, okay, there's some more puzzle pieces. I'll grab these bits when I come through. So obviously I keep sort of like the art stuff in here. The bits that they do their beading. They've got their bits. This is all the bits that they make. So if they're built, then obviously I like to bring it out in one go. And again, obviously that sort of stuff. So the puzzles are obviously all boxed up in here. This is to go back. I need to actually redo this now. So this is all their Play-Doh. So this Christmas, obviously, they'll get Play-Doh packs, things like that. Where's the drawer gone from the art box? There's a drawer missing here from the art box. Where is it? That's all the little paints. Where is it? Obviously, they've got... Sorry, guys, I just lost signal there. So obviously, they've got enough of this sort of stuff. You're making tents out the puzzles now. All right, let me just grab these ones for you that are falling out. Hang on. So, everything depends on distance today, because obviously the car... Yes. Right, well, that's what you've got to look for. You don't have to get pissed off, worried about it. You want me to find the sheep. Right, we've got a piece missing from one of the puzzles. But the irony is it's all the sheep. We're missing the sheep. Well, if this is where we might have to go into the middle room and start